Hello, my name is Emily Wisser, and I am a New York City-based actress, but I'm also a really avid yogi, just really into mindfulness and health. And I think something that is missing in a lot of kids' programs right now is the idea of teaching mindfulness and a little bit of yoga. Now, I think that this would really be helpful. And also, something that parents are really interested in right now is that kids are right now dealing with a lot of really big feelings. And by teaching a little bit of yoga and a little bit of mindfulness and breath, it would be a really great way to, number one, introduce them to yoga, but also help them deal with these big feelings with everything that's going on right now. Adults are having trouble dealing with these things. Imagine being a kid dealing with these really big feelings. So I think that this is something that would really benefit your program. So when it comes to teaching kids yoga, the first thing that I've been thinking about and brainstorming is that you can't expect a kid to go into a vinyasa flow. That's just not going to happen. There's way too many wiggles and things that have to get out. So just introducing yoga and mindfulness in really fun games and entertaining ways so kids they're sparked. And I think a lot of kids, definitely New York City kids whose parents maybe are avid yogis, would really be interested in wanting this. And also, I think that this would be more of a class setting. So again, like getting community. I know how much I've benefited from online Zoom yoga and being introduced to that community during this time. And I would love to implement that to a kids program. So some of the ideas that I've been thinking about, and these are definitely kind of geared more to kids ages 3 to 6, is first of all just getting them moving. So while you can do a freeze dance, maybe they're freeze dancing but they're freezing into what they think is a yoga pose. That would be a really good way to for me to start a Zoom or to start a play date, is playing some music, having them dance, be okay, now freeze, but in a yoga pose. And a lot of kids may not even know what yoga poses are at this point, but they will have an idea of what they've seen on TV and things. So that's a great way just for them to get creative, but also for me to see where kids are at and what they know. Another idea that I was thinking is it's really important for kids to stretch and things during this time. And touching your toes and breathing is not something that most kids are going to be really excited about. But turn it into a game, like Simon says. Simon says, touch your toes. Simon says, take a big breath in. Simon says, breathe it out. That's a really great way to introduce breath and calming activities, but in a fun, we're not trying to stuff yoga down your throat. So that was another one of my ideas. And then I also was thinking of bingo. Now this may be closer to 6 or 7 age, but what I love about this idea is that each kid maybe could be sent a PDF of different yoga poses and things in a bingo chart. And obviously there'd have to be different ones and everything, but you send that to the kids who are about to participate in class. And so then they have something to print out and something that's tangible and something they can hold, which I think is a really small way to implement a community. But each kid is going to be able to get that and have that from their class. And then I would have some sort of spinner or maybe cards that I'm holding, etc., to play bingo. And then each one would be a yoga pose. And so when they get a pose, everyone has to do that pose. Another thing that I was thinking about was just the idea of when you're introducing different yoga poses and things to kids, is implementing sounds and implementing ways for them to connect to these poses to things that they already know. And also maybe renaming them to things that are a little more kid-friendly. So one that's already inherently kid-friendly is cat-cow. And when you're introducing it to kids, you know, like have them meow when they're doing the cat and have them moo during the cow. It's a great way to like to make it silly. Um, but still have them learning a real yoga pose, you know, like have them do mountain, like how would a mountain stand, or a tree, like what do the leaves do. This is definitely geared towards like real young kids, but I think a lot of parents would really appreciate this small introduction to something that could be so helpful for them during this time. So I hope that this video helped you kind of get a sense as to who I am and something that I could bring to your program. I think this is something I'm really passionate about and something that I've also implemented with kids that I babysit on my own, and they've surprisingly have loved it. I think that maybe their parents or like people they admire are doing yoga, so it's like really cool for them to like learn these different poses. So it's something I'm passionate about, but I do think it would take a little bit of, you know, us talking about it and figuring out the best way for a lesson to be filled out. So along with those ideas, I also want to say that I am very interested in like doing trivia games and things. I have a big personality and I think I would be great for those also. Maybe me taking up some of those games while we start planning this fun yoga mindfulness thing that a lot of kids and parents I think really need right now. So I would love to chat with you a little more. I hope that you are well and staying safe and that you enjoyed my video. All right, have a good one. Bye.